Audio opioids, you know we back at like a crack addict. We trying to make this YouTube turn your bad habit. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and tell a friend that audio opioids are back once again, man. I got my partner in this thing, Dee Uno. What's going on?
What's happening, man? What's going on, man?
Not too much, man. I can't call it, man. Tell the folks what you got going on. Where you from, first of all?
Man, well, I'm from Tech, but mainly though, I'm from Highland Park, though.
Okay, so you say you from the 423.
Yes, sir.
And you grew up in what, Highland Park?
Highland Park.
816?
But I'm from up top, though.
Oh, okay.
Not down bottom.
Okay, up top, man. That's what's up, man. So, man, you doing your thing with the rapping, bro. First of all, where can they find your music at?
And you can catch me on Spotify, iTunes, Apple Music, YouTube Music, Google Music.
What they gotta type in? Just
put in, make sure when you put Dee Uno, put DEE space UNO, and make sure you put the HP at the end, all that space.
Okay, that's what's up. So where the Uno come in from? I know the D come from your real name, but what the Uno come from?
You know, D come from my real name, but the Uno, that's what we call Highland Park. Okay. You know, down bottom, that's where they came up. It all started on Uno Dos Street, that's East 12th Street. So we just started calling it the Uno.
Okay, that's where the HP follow. Okay, that make a lot of sense.
You know, niggas in my neighborhood, that's what they call me, Dee Uno. Okay. You know, rest in peace to E. That's who gave me the name, Dee Uno.
Okay, yeah, I heard about him. He was big out there in Highland Park, man.
Yeah.
So what it was like growing up down there?
What's he talking about? Just in Chattanooga? Or
well, it just from you can go chat in, you go deep and get specific with Highland Park.
Man, we gonna talk about Chattanooga, man.
A lot of people think, it's just an aquarium. There's a bunch of white folks that like to go hiking down there.
It's which side of the camera looking at? Can they see me?
Yeah, I can see.
It's all right. As far as Chat, you got your ups and you got your downs, just like any other city. For the most part, you got most households, man, down here. You know, it's really part of like single parent households. So you got a lot of dudes getting into situations where you got young niggas following in the wrong crowd. You know, it ain't necessarily the wrong crowd. It's just bringing the wrong attention or the wrong energy around these young dudes. So it's opening up space to get into whatever, you know, niggas growing up early. As far as my community, as far as Highland Park, young niggas just come and we'll play ball, Highland Park, Boys Club, go to Glenwood Center, a couple blocks down, you know, play ball. It go starting there from walking up and down the streets, going to play ball, to where you seeing niggas hustle, or you seeing niggas sitting on their granny porch or their mama porch hustling. And, you know, that shit introduce you to the game. You know, niggas, you know, older niggas, when they see some young niggas coming up, they're like, man, let me go on and grab them up under my wing. And they introduce you to that life. And then next thing you know, you hustling, you making a little money. You know, it do enough for you to buy some shoes and clothes, but, you know, other things come with it. You know how that street money go. You know, it opened doors for more opportunity to get deeper in the game. So as that's going on, street activities start happening and you start losing niggas. You know, either to the grave or niggas getting thrown elbows, locked up. A lot of my niggas who I knew from back when I was 14, 15, a lot of them ain't here. A lot of them not here. So to see myself still here and see myself transitioning, trying to do something good with this shit, just taking my life story, putting it into music, man, that shit like a blessing to me, man. For real.
So in your music, I heard a couple songs for people who haven't heard.
Yeah.
You talk about losing people and stuff like that. Do you think when you write songs to talk about like your homeboys you might have lost to the struggle, or somebody who might be in the pen, do you find that therapeutic, or you just feel like, you know what I'm saying, just putting your real life on paper is just what you do?
Man, most of the time my music not just for me. Cause I know, you know, I'm a nigga, I got kids out here, so I think about what they can hear, and also what a lot of the young guys can can hear, because this internet, man, it got so much access, easy access to get to hear and see things that I didn't get to see. We had to sneak and go see shit or hear anything. But when I make my music, it's mostly just for motivation, to let you know I deal with that same pain, something that's relatable. Count up, cause niggas like to make money. And something that can inspire you, make you whatever you going through. My music give you that touch where it's like, shit, I gotta keep pushing. I gotta keep whatever you doing. It's gonna make you say, man, when I put his music on, this shit motivate me to, and it just opened my mind to let me know there's many resources and plenty of opportunity for me to do better at whatever I'm doing. So I'm just here for people that willing to want something and ain't willing to give up. You want to do something, do it.
So you consider your music motivation?
For the most part, heck yeah.
Yeah, for sure. When you start rapping, how long?
Man, I started rapping at 12 years old, 6th grade. I would freestyle in the 5th grade. Man, we'd be at lunch. That's when we used to beat on tables. And I would start rapping, say little things. I wasn't talking about nothing but what a 5th grader would talk about. 6th grade, I started going to a middle school where we had middle school students where they was learning things early. So just what I was able to see at that time. 12 years old, started writing.
Okay.
By the time I got in the 8th grade, that's when I started recording in the closet.
What middle school you went to?
I went to East Lake.
Oh,
and if you look up East Lake Academy at Chattanooga, man, you will see. It's majority black, and it's an environment where
it's
the streets
from the project.
the streets surrounding it.
Yeah,
that's
right
where it's at.
It's literally right down the street from the project.
Right down the street.
So you say you started recording the closet in the 8th grade. When did you release your first song to the public? Who you let hear it first?
I was in like the 9th grade. The first song I made in the closet when I was in the 8th grade, man, I don't know what happened to that laptop. It was on one of my partner's laptop. And I can't get a hold of that song, but I was in the 9th grade and I put it out there on YouTube, and I would let people in school hear it. They're like, oh, that boy hard. And it's funny because I went and searched it. When I started making this mixtape, I went and researched it, and it's still on there. It came out in 09. That shit's still on there. If I can find it, I'll put it back out there, let people know where to hear it, because I was like 15 when I made that song, and it was hard as hell.
Okay. And from now, did you continue rapping? Did you stop hot?
Man, once I started selling my little weed in school, and I felt like I was getting a few little women here and there, I was like, man, I'm on them hoes and money. Mm-hmm. I don't care about no music. And I got money to buy my own J's now. Man, I'm out of here. I don't care about rapping, I don't care about sports, none of that.
So what made you go back to rapping?
Man, to be honest, I had bumped into one of my partners named Truth. He was a producer in the neighborhood, and he made music around the city. He made music with a lot of rappers that you hear today, that's signed and really out there. But I had bumped into him, and he was like, man, I got a open session, man, if you want to rap, or you want to leave this trap shit alone. I'm like, I don't want to be no rapper. Like, I want to trap. This is what I want to do. And he was like, shit, you think that shit gonna last forever? Then keep going. And when he said that, I ain't gonna lie, that shit scared a nigga. And I don't get scared easily, but when he said that, I said, I might need to take my head to the booth. So I went in there. First, I rolled up and smoked, then went to the booth. And I went in there, and nigga had a beat for me. Told him get on it. I got in there, freestyled it. I ain't like my voice at first. And I was like, you think that shit hard? He like, man, that shit hard. And it was 2 other niggas around. They like, man, that shit hard as hell. I seen them bobbing. I'm like, if they shaking their head, they really hearing it and they like it, I must be hard. And this shit brought me back to it, and I ain't stopped.
Well, so man, it's a million rappers running around here. What separates you though? What makes Dee Uno music stick out than the next nigga who's at the corner store, at the lighter and the trap? Cause we done heard a million people talking about they flipping packs and everybody keep a 30 like Curry. What separate Dee Uno? What make a nigga want to listen to you?
As far as the 30, man, I ain't telling no nigga to walk around with no 30 clip straps and all that. Cause if you got F's on your report card, nigga, you need to be smart. I ain't gonna tell you to walk around with that. But you know, like they say, you better get caught with it than without it. So if that's what you do, that's what you do. But my music is all about motivating the niggas, inspiring them. And not just the music, it's who I am as a person. You know, I'm trying to give back to the youth. That's my whole purpose. I know this when they hear my music, they gonna see my life story on top of that. Especially when they see the documentary, they'll get a closer look, because a lot of rappers rap and they make music, they get their money, they go home, but they don't show you who they really is. Me opening y'all up to my life, showing you who I am, where I come from, my background, it's gonna make you feel like I'm one of y'all cousins or y'all nephews. So when y'all hear me, y'all like, man, when y'all hear them songs, when y'all hear who I'm talking about, y'all gonna think, damn, like I know his cousin. He rap about him all the time. I know his uncle. I know his granny. Like, it's gonna make y'all feel like y'all got a closer connection to me than anything. So I feel like the connection part and opening y'all up to my life is what's gonna separate me. Cause I used to watch them Boosie DVDs and I was like, man, that's what type of rapper I wanna be. Y'all can see my life and y'all can hear my music. So that's what's gonna separate me.
For sure, hey, I agree. I think that is one thing that we missing. You feel me? It is crazy. We got the internet, and it still seems like people be telling you all they messy business, but you don't get to know the real them. You know what I'm saying? That is something different.
I ain't the type of dude that's gonna wanna hide behind these videos or hide behind my music, and y'all don't see me. Like, I'm gonna be seen enough to where it's not where I'm fronting, but y'all gonna see me to where y'all like, all right, we know who he is. We know he ain't just giving us music just to get money from us. Like, that man really taking his money, or he taking his time and helping whoever needs some help. That's how I feel.
So, rap now is more of a hustle. So, with you, just personally, just out of curiosity, how long you see yourself rapping? Like, once you get on, do you feel like, are you one of them niggas that feel like, man, this a young nigga sport, after a certain age you need to give up, or do you feel like you'll rap till you 41, 42?
Man, to be honest, I don't see myself rapping forever. Like, that's not my goal. My goal really, is to get in here, invest, open up doors for me and whoever else need a hand. It don't matter if it's family or somebody I bump across. If they need somebody to open the door for them, I'm gonna open the door. I ain't the type of nigga that's gonna go through the door, close it behind me. So, as far as what I see myself doing, it might open up opportunities for me to get into acting, become a household name, take my money, open up a restaurant and land, buy the land and put it in my kids' name. I can sit on a couple million, I'm straight, I'm good. Keep my feet back. As long as my kids good, be somewhere where I can be at peace.
So, 2 more questions before we get out of here. One is, I just be curious about this. Are you a nigga that just set up like, all right, bro, I'm going to the studio today? Or are you more of a person like, man, something just happened that made me want to go, I got to write this down and go to the studio? Do you, like, I guess what I'm saying is, are you a person that do you make music based off what you feeling at that moment or something that you wrote off that moment, or you just got studio sessions scheduled and then I'm just going today no matter what?
Nah, man. When I make my music, it's not always what I'm feeling, but just off just an experience or how the day went. If I feel like this day was well enough to be put down on paper, and I'm gonna take my time and create an art form for it and paint a picture behind it, and then set up my session. So I really just be rapping about what happened today or yesterday. If I feel like whatever I went through that day, if it's worth me talking about, I put it out on the song. But most of the time, I'm not just going in there just making music, just be making it. Which is not a bad thing, because the more you work on your craft, the better you get. So, I ain't at that point yet. I'm just rapping about my life and whatever experience is happening behind it.
Alright, after you quit rapping in a couple of years, and they say Dee Uno, what you want your legacy to be?
First, I want them to know, like, even though he was a successful global legendary rapper, he was a father first. He said he got his kids so set that if he leave this earth today, they alright, they good, and they got enough. I went so hard that they got enough for they kids, like generation. So they set so far they can't even fuck off. You know what I'm saying? To where it's like, damn, they put themselves in a deep hole. It's like, as I'm learning, I'm teaching them. And as far as just the music, I want kids to see, man, if he made it that far, I could do that too. And 3, he just had a big heart. He always gave back. No matter if I make it or not, that's who I am. I'm going to give back. If I got $10, $5 in my pocket, I'm still going to give it to a homeless man and give him something to eat. So that's what I see my legacy as.
Okay.
More so love over anything.
For sure, man. Hey, audio opioids. Been a pleasure to meet with you, Dee Uno, man. We out.